What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Back with another monthly watch review list for you guys for the month of February. I know I'm a little bit late on this one. It's, the 2nd or something as I'm recording this. Hopefully it goes up today. I do apologize for being a couple days late. Just kind of been dealing with some personal issues these last few days. And, so I apologize if I'm not my normal chipper self this video. I'll try to be as much as possible, but it's this life, you know, things you deal with, and especially as you get older. So before we start, as always, guys, if you would be so kind to drop down that description box, check out all the links to the social medias, the Patreon page, the merch store, all that good stuff. Amazon wish list is always there. Just not feeling like myself. So again, I apologize in advance, guys. But I don't want to procrastinate on this any longer, and I'm not sure if we're going to keep doing these monthly review videos because my memory is not what it used to be. I used to watch something and be able to just obtain it like that and never forget. And as I'm getting older, if I don't review something within the first 24 hours of watching it or something, I forget, and then like a while later it comes back to me, and then even farther after that, like a month from now, I'll remember everything about every single one of these movies. And it's just, it takes longer for it to process and stay inside my head. So I apologize that my memory is a little foggy on some of these. So I do have IMDb up on my other screen. I'm actually using my phone, but anyway, my main screen's being blocked by my phone, so you guys don't care about that. So IMDb is going to kind of be our friend here, but I am using my phone to give you guys a little better quality than using the StreamYard shit. So I don't like it either, guys, but you know, it's like $50 a month for their 1080p service. That's just ridiculous. I already pay the $25 for being able to stream whenever I want and have my own logos and all that stuff, but like $50 a month is just insane. I'd love to be able to give you guys better quality, but I can't do that. I mean, I could do it on OBS, but I'm not great with OBS, so yeah, maybe I'll dive back into it. I know they've done some updates and stuff, so maybe I'll look into it again. But OBS does not like my mic. For some reason, I cannot get the mic settings right. That's the only reason I don't use it. So, and then my computer has 2 video cards, and it likes to have issues with that. You gotta like disable the one, and it's kind of a pain because I have a gaming PC. It doesn't like the gaming video card, so you have to like disable. Anyways, you guys don't give a shit about all that. Let's dive into the movies. All right, hope you guys are doing well. Still kind of dealing with some dental issues, so I have to kind of like drink weird, so don't, you know, poke fun at my drinking. All right, I gotta kind of cover my teeth, and can't see it anyways. All right, let's dive into this shit. All right, first one up we're going to do is a film from 1992 or 91. That is Mind Warp, also known as Brain Slasher. Now, I did get this in for review from Eureka. Those guys are awesome over there, and they are on it with every release. They send me an email and see if I want to check it out. There's a few that I do pass on. One, because they are screeners, so I can't really add them to the collection per se. But that's okay. It's still the same quality you guys get if you order. This is the artwork and the box and everything for the regular edition. It is like a limited to 2,000 copy with the slip case and all that. I do believe it is 2,000 copies. Yes, it is. Where you get the limited edition O card. This came out on February 22nd. I was going to do a standalone review for it, but between the dental work and everything else going on and all the other videos I got to get out, it just didn't happen. Now, if I would have had the standalone, you know, real release, you guys over at Eureka, if you're watching, I definitely would have, and I would have had that to show along with it. I feel weird showing you guys a screener copy. Now, even the screener copies are region B locked, so if you guys are not region free, definitely do so, because that's the way to go, especially as a horror fan. There's so many great releases that are region locked. But yeah, this film does star Bruce Campbell and Angus Scrimm. You guys know as the Tall Man, of course, Ash from the Evil Dead series for Bruce Campbell, and Angus Scrimm, the Tall Man from the Phantasm films. Kind of a post-apocalyptic, I'll say like Mad Max meets Hills Have Eyes meets Total Recall. Okay, that's the best way I can sum it up. Now, you get most of this film underground, okay, and you only have a little bit of scenes with the Total Recall side of it. You're kind of jacked in and go to these other places in your mind, kind of like Total Recall would do. The main woman in here, played by, like I said, IMDb is going to be our friend. Played by Marta Martin. Judy is her name in this. She wants to escape. She wants to get out of this, because all they do is live in these rooms and they plug in and they go do whatever they want to do in their minds. So she wants to go off and venture out into the world, see what's out there, and she does. And that's when she meets Bruce Campbell's character, who's living in like this raggedy cabin and, you know, living off the land type shit. She's kind of captured by some cannibals, and he tries to save her. Long story short, they both end up in this underground world where Angus Scrimm's character runs this thing. And Bruce Campbell's character is kind of put to work as like slave labor. She's kind of kept as someone to bear children, because the last person they had to bear children can no longer do it. So she's kind of, well, not the last one. There's another woman, like, anyways. So she's you know, saved for that purpose. And yeah, it's really gory once they get underground. I will say at first I wasn't really feeling this one. It felt really like a made-for-TV movie, and I wasn't really liking it too much. But once they get underground, the gore effects really kick up. The gore effects are done by K&B Effects. You guys know they were like the shit for effects back in that time frame. And then other people went off to do other stuff, you know, on their own and everything. But you guys can look more into that on your own. I'm not going to dive into all that. But yeah, so Angus Scrimm plays Seer, is his name down there. And he's also the systems operator in this dimension where you plug in and everything. Bruce Campbell plays Stover. Just a typical Bruce Campbell role. Everybody did okay. I didn't like her. Her acting was atrocious, I will say. But it was what it needed to be, I guess, for this kind of movie. Aside from her acting, I really like this one. I will most likely be picking up the physical, legit edition of this. You guys can get this from Diabolic. You can order it direct from Eureka. Whatever you guys want to do. So, yeah, I really enjoyed this one. There's some twists and turns. There's some incestual type stuff going on. There's a child killed on screen, which is, wow. They're not holding any punches back. You know, they're throwing all the punches. Really, like I said, really good gore effects. The story was actually pretty decent. I recommend this one, guys. Like I said, kind of like another movie we'll get to, which I've already done a review on and I've gotten shit for and whatever. The beginning's a little sketchy, but give it a chance. Once they get underground, it gets pretty damn good. Yeah, Mind Warp from 1990 something. One. Yeah, it threw me off because IMDb says April 26, 1992, USA. So, we'll just go with 91. How's that? All right. Next one up is Possessor. Finally gave this one a watch. Tony over at Basement Blues posted that he was watching it and messaged me and asked me if I'd seen it yet and that he really enjoyed it. And I forgot about this one, guys. I really did. And I finally watched it, and thank you, Tony. I know you probably aren't watching this, but if you are, thank you. This movie was a a fucking mind trip, man. This was something else. I'm definitely gonna watch this one again because I don't fully understand everything, and I know a lot of other people have the same opinion. It's definitely more than a one-time watcher. So this is right off the bat, guys. Buy this movie, okay? Make sure you get the uncut. I didn't contrast and compare the differences between the cut version. I probably should have done that for you guys, but yeah, of course, Brandon Cronenberg, son of David Cronenberg, and you can really tell some things got passed down to him for sure. It's basically this woman who controls other people. She gets inside of their minds and does actions and things beyond their control. And yeah, it's based around. There's a little scene at the beginning, and then she goes and controls this guy, and that's what the rest of the movie is based upon. You do have Sean Bean in here. Not to give anything away, but if you guys know Sean Bean movies, does he die in this one? Because he dies in everything that he's fucking in. I'm not going to tell you if he does or not. But crazy. I'm not going to go too much into the storyline because I want to let you guys go into this as blind as possible. I don't even remember watching a trailer or anything for this film, so I was completely, like I said, blinded going into this. And wow, what a fucking experience this was. The visuals, and the cool thing too, I watched the features on here and everything. I listened to the commentaries. I believe this one had a commentary. Maybe it didn't. I was thinking it did. Anyways, but I watched the features and everything, and there's behind the scenes, there's deleted scenes. Most of the effects are practical, which is amazing because there's some, as you can see here, there's kind of like some face meshing scenes going on and things like that, and it's all practical. It's crazy how they do this stuff because Brandon Cronenberg was set on doing these practical effects, and he wasn't going to have it any other way. Even though, it probably cost more for them to do some of these practical effects than the CG would have, but he was determined to do it that way. Very curious to see what else he has in store. Of course, he did Antiviral, which was a decent film, but this blows that out of the fucking water. Very, very good movie. I highly suggest this one. If you guys haven't picked this up yet, support physical media, guys. That's what this channel is all about. Anyways, get the uncut version and give this thing a watch. It's a fucking mind trip. All right. The Wizard, Fred Savage. And you got Christian Slater in here as well. Yeah, I remember bits and pieces of this upon rewatch, but it was pretty much a fresh watch for me. Pretty much about a couple brothers going on a road trip to California, which my kid kept saying over and over after we watched it. Because that's like the most quotable line in here. But because the little boy just keeps saying it over and over. Anyways, they're kind of on this quest to go to California to go to this video game competition. And there's things that happen along the way with some bullies and things like that. Some other events that take place. They meet up with this young girl who joins them on their journey. Trying to see... yeah. Anyways, and they have this kind of bounty hunter guy after bringing them home, who's hired by his mom and his dickhole stepdad to get them, and his real father is trying to get him as well, along with Christian Slater's character, their older brother. They're both on the hunt to track them down as they kind of ran away to go to California, and it's really good. It's one of those movies you just get invested with, and you love the characters. You're invested in every character, and I can't recommend this movie enough. And the nostalgia of the old school video games. I believe they had first access to Super Mario Brothers 3, I believe it was. The cast of this film were the first ones to play that game in real life. And yeah, it's it's very, like I said, nostalgic. It's just a feel good type movie. It's great, and my kid loved it so much he asked for it himself, so I did get him a copy for his birthday as well. And I actually went out of my way to order this one from Grindhouse Video to make sure it had the slip, because I thought the slip was long gone. It's been out for a little while, and I ordered one for him off Amazon. So he doesn't care whether or not he gets a slip, so I'm like, okay, Amazon will be a little bit cheaper. It'll be here next day. I mean, Grindhouse Video, shipping's great on them too, but I probably saved like $10 total. But doing it that way, and his actually had a slip, so he lucked out too. And he does like slipcovers. He does know, about collecting. Obviously, his dad's a collector, so he's kind of follows my footsteps in some aspects, but he's not a slipcover whore like I am. But yeah, The Wizard from Shout Factory, great transfer, great movie. High recommend to buy this one, guys. All right, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about all these. We were already 16 minutes in, and I've done 3 movies. All right, Killer Nun, myself and Retro Horror reviewed this one. It's up on both of our channels. If you guys want to check it out on both channels, and show Retro some love on getting some views too. And I think we usually run about neck and neck view-wise, actually. But didn't really care for this one. I'll be honest with you guys. If you want my full thoughts, check out that video. I'll leave a card up top for that. But it's pretty much about a nun who kind of loses her shit. She's addicted to all right, see, I've already forgot, like morphine or something like that. And she kills people, or does she? Not gonna say. Yeah, it's a Killer Nun movie. There's not a whole lot of them. First one I've seen, I think. But it's not great. I say stream this one first for sure, and see if you guys like it. But it does have a couple decent kills and stuff like that. But I thought there was going to be more kills and more graphic. There is some nudity and things like that. Not from the main chick, but from someone else. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about it too much. My memory's already getting a little foggy, and I said IMDb was going to be our friend, but I've only brought up Mind Warp. So, yeah, check out the full review from myself and Retro Horror. I will throw a card up top for you guys again. Or I probably already did. Yeah, it's not one I will probably revisit, to be honest. Now, this next one, I will. This was a film, okay? I love this one. Again, there is a review from myself and Retro on our Video Nasty series for this one as well. Now, this one wasn't really a Video Nasties. It's on the list because it was confiscated along with other films. They just kind of bundled this one in, and probably by the name of it, I'm sure. But my only complaint about this, and this isn't the film itself. This Code Red release, there is a popping sound throughout the entire film, which is a little bit annoying, but you get kind of used to it after a while. Great movie. He's pretty much a mama's boy type character. His parents die at the beginning of the film. They're killed in a car crash. He's taken in by his aunt. Again, I'm not going to give everything away. I'm just giving little hints. Taken in by his aunt. She's real clingy. There's some insexual... I can't even say the word. There's some really uneasy moments where you're like, she's got like a sexual thing for this guy going on. He's got his girlfriend. He's on the basketball team. His aunt pretty much kills this TV repair guy. The detective, played by Bo Simpson? Yeah. And Bill Paxton's in here too, in a short... sorry. Bo Simpson, or something, from Walking Tall. Sorry. Plays a detective, and his his role is the best part of this movie. I did try to track down some other movies. Of course, he's, like I said, Walking Tall, which I've seen some episodes of the TV show, but I got to get the movies for sure. His character did great. He was awesome in this movie, but he's determined that his basketball coach, who's gay, has a thing for Billy, the main character in here, and all this other shit. And he's like, no, that's not the case. I have a girlfriend. I'm not like that. It's a crazy movie. See, I'm already forgetting names already. Susan Terrell, fantastic job as his aunt. She just completely loses her shit and goes crazy. And to see her transform to somewhat, I don't even want to say she was normal to fucking begin with, because she wasn't. But once she cuts her hair, the transition, and that's something we didn't really bring up during the review. That's kind of the defining moment of this movie to me, is when she cuts her hair. She's just doing herself in the mirror. That's when she really flips her shit. She transforms into this other person, and she's killing people and getting into it with his girlfriend, and they're fighting it out in like the fucking puddle, swampy area outside. They're just, and she really put herself into this role. She really embodied this role. And like Retro mentioned in the review, the main chick in here, his girlfriend, played by... Of course, I'm not going to find it. Yeah, sure. It's got to be this other... I'm not going to find the name. Anyways, she was like 30 years old. His girlfriend was when this came out. And she passes as a high school senior type person, maybe college age. But that was pretty interesting. My apologies, people. All right, so yeah, Butcher Baker. I highly recommend this one. I thought it was going to be a straight up kind of like slasher and not have real character development, but it does. It has great character development, and it's an actual well done film. Also known as Night Warning. Again, this release is put up by Code Red. I believe this is the only Blu-ray available of this. So yeah, check it out if you can. It's 20 to $30 range, depending on where you buy it from, or if you buy it new or used. Again, I believe this is one that was out of print for a while, then they put it back out. So, all right, Neon Maniacs from 1986, I do believe. It says 85 on here, but I think it was 86. Pretty cool little film. I put off on watching this for a long time. I don't know why I've had this Blu-ray for a while, and it's pretty much these demons, these monsters, come to life for no reason, and just kill people for no reason, and they're killed by water. Why? Fuck, I don't know. Neither does the people that worked on the movie, as the interview says. There's an interview with makeup effects artist Alan Apone. He has no idea. So it's a cool movie. There's some cool kills in here. You guys can see the creatures on the back here as well. Some cool creature designs. And I mean, there's no real like plot to this. They show some like trading card things and some lightning effects at the beginning. No backstory, no nothing. I don't know, but it's fun. It is. But I think there's another movie that came out, some odd years back where the enemy was killed by water too. Interesting. Anyways, Neon Maniacs, grab this shit because it is fun. If you're looking for a no-brainer, just feel-good time movie, and I believe there was a little bit of nudity in here. I think, maybe. Can't remember. But I had a great time with this, and it's pretty short. No, actually, it's 91 minutes. It seems shorter than that. But yeah, I had fun with it. You got this girl that's into a horror as well. She's got a room all, decked out with masks and everything, and she's all about like finding out what's going on, which you never really, like I said, get any kind of story on this. But I had a good time with it. Basic, simple, code red release. No inside artwork or anything. I don't know if I got a bootleg or if it's just the way this is ran, but this looks like it's done on like a 90s inkjet printer. So I don't know. It's weird. But the back looks fine. So I don't know why it's called Neon Maniacs. I don't know the story of it. It's just a fun time though. I said not a whole lot of gore, but the kills themselves are pretty cool. All right, another one we did a review on the Video Nasties. That is Abel Ferreira's The Driller Killer. You guys are probably more familiar with the other art. I did change that around. I mean, just look at that artwork. All right, he's getting his head drilled into. This is the Arrow Video release. I know they did a steelbook of this as well. There might be another release. I don't know. You can tell this was a pretty low-budget film. I think all he did before this was 9 Lives of a Wet Pussy and things like that. So this was like one of his early actual films, if not the first. Again, I will leave a card up top for that for you guys, because my memory is already getting a little foggy. It's pretty much a guy that just kind of like Butcher Baker. This guy just snaps and starts fucking killing people with a drill. He sees this little, and this is something we didn't mention in the review, how he comes across, and this is why I like to cover these again, because there's things we forget to talk about in those. He comes across this TV ad where it's this portable like battery pack for your tools and stuff. Of course nowadays that's normal. They're all like battery operated and things. Anyways, he's like, that's pretty cool. I'm going to attach this to a drill and fucking kill people because, why? I've lost my shit because this band keeps playing music non-stop 24 hours a day, and I just lose my shit. I'm behind on bills. I don't know what to do, and I'm just going to lose my fucking mind and kill people, pretty much. He's a painter. He's having a hard time getting this painting of like, I believe it was like a buffalo or something done, and then you kind of get the gist that he doesn't really even want to sell it. He's like attached to it. He's in love with this painting. Some guy offers him some like lowball numbers, so he fucking kills him. It's a good movie to see that era of New York and things like that, though, and the homeless population, as we talked about in there. Those are like real homeless people that they use for the film as well, and it's stacked with features as well, as Arrow always does. There's a documentary type thing on Abel Ferreira's whole filmography, basically. And I did want to get a couple other films based off of that. Like, I still need to get Miss 45. I hear that movie's absolutely amazing. I meant to get it off somebody a while back for a good price, and I slacked on it, and he sold it. Is what it is. For the Draft House Filmz release. I believe there's a couple other releases from overseas or something. But I really need to get that Draft House release of Miss 45 and check that out, because it's supposed to be one of his better films. And I did recently pick up, as you guys will see in my next update, I did get in Bad Lieutenant, which is I know Retro's favorite Abel Ferreira film. So and I did get The Addiction as well with Christopher Walken. So based off of this movie's features, I was recommended other films from this director, and I can tell you from watching this, he was going to have a great career, and he did. So, and there's an interview with Abel Ferreira on here, and that guy is something else. He's a trip. I could listen to him talk all day. He's like, you dig every 5 seconds. He's saying you dig, and he's just cussing like crazy. Like, first couple words out of his mouth is fuck, and he's a trip. But yeah, Driller Killer, I recommend this one. If you guys haven't picked it up yet, definitely do so from Arrow Video. Again, you can get the steelbook as well. If nothing else, grab it on one of the Arrow cells for sure. All right, recent title from Scream Factory. This movie, I don't know where I stand still. I just watched this a few nights ago. I was actually going to do a standalone review because you guys voted, and you guys voted for Scream Factory to be my next review. So technically, here you go. Which I've already done some other ones. But I do have another one I just watched last night that's going to have a standalone review for you guys. Twice Dead. Limited to 1,000 copies. I believe it is sold out now. So if you guys want this, I'll sell it to you for $100. No, I'm kidding. You guys know I don't really sell shit. Anyways, unless I have extra copies or upgrade, then I usually just give them to you guys in a contest. But this image on the front never happens. Nobody burst out of glass. That's what it looks like is happening anyways. Maybe it's just a broken mirror and then he's... Anyway, so it starts out with this guy here. Hangs himself some odd years later. Relatives of the person that owned the house before move into this house, this mansion. And things start to happen. You have a cast of bullies. These punks. I say punks loosely because they're like the cleanest looking punks I've ever seen. Okay, freshly showered and done up. Punks in that era, didn't look like that. They were, if you were a true punk, you didn't look like these people. Anyways, it doesn't have enough. Let me just read the back to you guys. A family moves into a mansion in a crime-ridden urban neighborhood to find there's only a punk street gang roaming the area looking for trouble, but also the ghost of an actor who haunts the mansion. Tom whatever from Ski School, Jill Whitlow from Night of the Creeps, Jonathan Chapin from Halloween 5, and Todd Bridges star in this haunted house. Very short synopsis on here. All right. So basically this gang is after these people. One member of the gang is obsessed with you have this brother and sister who are the main characters. You have the parents in it for a little bit. Now the guy who played the dad in this actually did really good. Let's bring this up on IMDb because I'm not going to remember anybody's name. All right. So this is from 1988. This does have a 5.3 IMDb. So the leader of the gang's name is Silk, who's not a very good leader, and the other guy is in the gang, I believe the other guy's name is Melvin. Yeah, Melvin. There's even a scene in here where he's like, nobody tells me what to do, after he tells him what to do, so he's not even, like, really this leader. And then you got this other guy, his name is... it's not going to tell me, is it? I don't remember his name off the top of my head. Crip. He's in love with this character of Robin, who plays the sister, and then you have Scott as the brother, and everybody in here, besides the punks, the brother and sister, they did okay for what they needed to do. The acting overall in this movie was what it needed to be for this kind of film, but you have this character of Crip who is obsessed with her and everything. And once the gang starts to attack them, their parents have to go back to where they came from to do some legal stuff and leave them in the house by themselves. That's how they get to this point. I'm trying to go through this quick. I was going to do a full review and go into detail, but I'm doing something else instead because I liked the other one better. Once they're left alone, the gang goes after them. The brother and sister set up some fake prosthetics and things like that to scare them away. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it was. It was actually pretty cool. Apparently the brother, the Scott character, works in effects or does some shit at school, and makes these things, tries to scare them away. And they end up coming back. They end up kind of taking them hostage. And that's when the ghost of this actor who lived in this mansion many years ago starts killing off the gang members one by one in other ways. And I don't know, guys. This one's it's fun. It definitely felt like a horror comedy. It didn't take itself seriously, which is the only saving grace. If it would have tried to take itself serious, this movie would have been a complete bomb for me. But since I can tell that it didn't, it was trying to have fun and not be a serious film, it gets a little bit more respect from me. I say stream this one first, especially if you guys haven't picked it up and you're going to pay that out of print price, unless you're a collector like me and you just need to have it to fill that gap, to fill that void. I mean, Joe Bob says one of the best flicks from '88. What the fuck else came out in '88? Because, I don't see that. It was fun enough, okay? I would have liked to seen a little bit more background on the actor character, like how he come to this. He's like dancing with this doll at the beginning, and then he hangs himself. I want to know what happened between him and his lover from a previous life or whatever it is. There's a point where Robin picks up like this lamp, and it says to whatever her name was, with love or something. I would have liked for it to dive a little bit deeper into that. But I didn't buy, like I said, the main guy Silk as the leader of this gang. I don't know. It was decent. I didn't love it, didn't hate it. It was okay. Again, I believe this is sold out from Scream Factory. Here's your inside with an image of the film. I did have fun with some of the effects. Were pretty cool. But as you see on the back here with her holding her head, she's like holding her own head in a scene. But is that a real kill or a fake kill? I can tell you. It does get a little rapey in one scene, but it doesn't take it too far. Some cool features on here. Actually, I think there's only one real feature. There's an interview with the actress who played Robin, and she talks about how she refused to do like nude scenes and things like that. But you do get a nude scene in here towards the end, kill with an electrocution, and I knew this chick was going to be nude by what she was wearing in the previous scene. Like, all right, we're finally going to get some TNA. All right. It's, like I said, to me, horror movies are unless it's going to be a straight up, like, horror film, like, scary as fuck, like, for real, like, serious type movie. If it's going to be a fun, campy movie, you got to have blood, boobs, and more blood. All right. That's just, it's a staple in horror. All right. But yeah, you either got to go one of two ways with horror films, guys. You can't have in between shit. But it is decent enough. Like I said, stream it if nothing else. But before you pay scalper prices, check it out. If you're looking to get it just to watch the film, again, unless you're a major collector like myself and a lot of you others out there that watch the channel. My mouse doesn't want to seem to work here to go. Anyways, Twice Dead, decent flick. All right, La Femme Abiette. I believe that's how you say it. Again, I did a full review for this one as well. I can't really even show the back, but guy pretty much builds a sex robot because his regular women can't keep up with his sexual rage, and she kind of turns on him. He ends up building another one. They kind of join together and everything. I'm not going to talk too much about this. I did a full in-depth review on this, so if you guys want to check that out, I will leave a card up top. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one though. I believe this is still available on Vinegar Syndrome's website. This is put up by Pulse Video. Grab this shit. It is an adult film. Yes, it is a fucking porn. For the most part, it does have a little bit of story to it, but basically it's a porno. But very well shot. She is absolutely fucking gorgeous. Still looks good today, to be honest. Good features on here. Again, I go over everything in detail on that video, but highly recommend for me, guys. All right, moving on to And Demons. Now, I know this just got that 4K Arrow video treatment with Demons 1 and 2. I do not have, but because I had not seen these films, guys. So I finally watched Demons. I will watch the second one here soon. Lamberto Bava from 1985. And the second one came out in 86, so I do believe. Anyways, this is put out by Synapse. So I guess they don't have the rights to it anymore. Was there reverse art? Nope. Maybe. Fuck. I don't know. Anyways, there's your disc art. You know, I know this movie gets a lot of love. I know people just like it's one of their favorite movies. I get it. I see why. I think I was a little late on watching this one. Had I grown up with it, I'd probably feel a little bit different. But I didn't love it. I'll be honest with you guys. I always am. And but I see the nostalgia factor. I see why people do, and I appreciate that. If you absolutely love this movie, awesome. I don't judge other people's opinions. I would never do that. And yeah, it kind of pisses me off when people tell me my opinion's wrong, or my opinion sucks, or what the fuck you're talking about. But it is what it is. Some people just are hard-headed, and you'll never get through to them. And they just don't understand. Not everybody's the same. Not everybody's brain works the same. If we all did, we'd either all be fucking serial killers, or none of us would ever kill anyone, and there would be nobody in prison, or everyone would be. I mean, it's just, it's the way of the world, It's the way we are. It's the way we're made. It's the way we're programmed. We're made to be different. There's no real story of why they turn into the demons. I mean, they're watching a movie. So it's a movie inside of a movie, and what's going on screen kind of happens in real life type thing. I'm not going to give too much away if you guys haven't seen this, because it took me a long time to see it myself. So if you guys just got the set in, or you're waiting to get it in, and you haven't actually seen the movie, I don't want to spoil everything for you, but pretty much everybody in this theater turns into fucking demons, kind of zombie type shit. I do appreciate the gore effects. The gore effects are fucking awesome. And I think that's why a lot of people do love this movie. And you get a cool motorcycle and sword scene that's pretty fucking cool. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. I had fun with it, but it's not great. It lacks a lot of story. A lot of story. There are some cool scenes like this one here on the cover where they're coming down the hall and they're, which I hear they do revisit that, just kind of regenerate, still it for the second one. It's a fun time. It's just, like I said, nothing special. I don't know. Dario Argento presents Demons, or Demone, or whatever the fuck. Again, I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I mean, I could watch it again, but I could not watch it again. Either way. Alright, now one that I did really like, Life Force. Another one took me a really long time to watch. We're already almost 45 minutes into it. We got a lot left to go. Yeah, man, what's her name? Fucking, I'm gonna have to bring this one up, because this was one of the early ones in the month for me. Up, spell your shit right, man. Life Force, 1985. I think it's like Matilda something, right? Where is she? Yeah, Matilda May. Holy shit. Man, I don't know which one was hotter, to be honest. It's close. It's real close. Absolutely beautiful. I tried, guys. I tried. I paused it. I did everything I could to find something wrong with this woman in this movie. I couldn't find anything. Not a single flaw on her body, and you see everything. Tobe Hooper. kind of out of Tobe Hooper's realm. I know there's been arguments that it's really someone else's film, kind of like Poltergeist being Spielberg's film, not Tobe Hooper's. I don't know. Yeah, her name was on here. Introducing Matilda May. So this is like her first role. There is a ton of features on here. I did watch all of them. There's some pretty interesting things on here. But you have Steve Carell's back, who plays Colonel Tom Carlson. Very sweaty Steve Carell's back. I swear this guy's sweating in like every scene. She's pretty much got to live off of our life force. And what happens after that, they come back to life for a little bit, then they just turn to dust. We're out in space, we find these people, we bring them back, and lo and behold, they're space vampires, is what they are. I'll read this short synopsis. When a space shuttle crew finds a mysterious spacecraft containing 3 human-looking creatures in the state of suspended animation, they bring them back to Earth for further investigation. It's only then that scientists discover they are in fact a race of space vampires that feed off people's life force rather than blood. So when they escape and run amok in London, the consequences are apocalyptic, and the shuttle crew's only survivor, Steve Railsback, seems to be the only man who can stop them. Based on Colin Wilson's novel The Space Vampires, co-written by Dan O'Bannon from Alien, Return of the Living Dead, and directed by Tobe Hooper, this lively sci-fi horror romp has a stellar cast including Peter Firth, Frank Finley, and Patrick Stewart. Although Matilda May's appearance as a naked female alien that attracts the most attention to this day. Well, yeah, she's naked 90% of this fucking movie. It's worth that alone, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. If you haven't seen this movie, buy this or buy the fucking... Where are we at? Wherever the hell it is. The Scream Factory edition. Whichever one you guys prefer. They're about the same, to be honest. I thought there was a lot more features on the Arrow one, because if you guys see the backs, that's why I watched that one. It looks like it, but what they do on the Arrow one is they make the feature longer print and tell you, like on here it just says making of Life Force featurette, but on here it says, with who all's involved with the making of or whatever. But they're pretty close to the same release. So whichever company you prefer, just grab this movie. It's crazy. And the end is just like, it's kind of what the fuck ending. The choice that Steve Railsback makes at the end. It's pretty cool. I gotta get going on these movies though, guys. We're already almost 50 minutes in. But Life Force is awesome. High recommend from me. Whether or not you guys value my opinion, fuck, I don't know. Alright, let's get a little freaky. I did a short review on this one already. Not going to talk about it too much. I had fun with it. I think Vince Vaughn would make a great Jason Voorhees, to be honest. The kills at the beginning are fucking awesome. The kills towards the end are fucking awesome. And it's a good time. I recommend this one. Pick it up. Freaky. Pump Up the Volume. Christian Slater from Warner Archive. Grab this one for sure. I did a full review on this one. I will leave a card up top. It's just one of those movies where you're invested in this character and a couple of other characters in this, and they take you on a journey. He plays Hard Harry, a pirate radio, I almost said DJ, but just like host personality, who is against his school and all this, and trying to get other people on board with him pretty much, and kind of like, fuck society type attitude, and kind of rebel, and things happen. It's a really good movie, guys. Again, I gotta get through these. I was trying not to make this an hour video. I'll leave a card up top. High recommend for me. Again, I'm a little biased because I love Christian Slater. I think he's fucking awesome. And yeah, I know my buddy Have Cheetah Will View didn't care for this one. And if you guys are smokers like myself, you're gonna want a cigarette the whole time you're watching this movie, because he smokes like nonstop. But yeah, Really good movie. It's kind of like an alter ego type thing too, where he's at school and he's real shy and all this, and he gets on the radio and he's, this other persona, and just a really good movie overall, guys. High recommend. My OCD is driving me nuts. There we go. All right, yeah, pump up the volume from Warner Archive. Grab that shit for sure. All right. I didn't know anything about this one going into it. I still don't really know what the fuck happened in some of it, but me and my kid watched this and we both felt the same way. Max Cloud, Scott Adkins. Girl gets stuck inside video game. Best friend has to try to get her out of there. Max Cloud. It's very self-aware. It has fun with itself. But I don't know. This was, I think, actually the first one of the month I watched. So my memory is very foggy on this. Let's read the back. When a teen gamer, Sarah, finds an Easter egg and accidentally opens a portal into her favorite side-scroller, she becomes trapped in the notorious intergalactic prison, home to the galaxy's most dangerous villains. To escape, she must finish the game with a little help from her not-so-savvy friend on the outside, or remain a 16-bit character forever. So yeah, basically what I just said. I don't know, guys. Stream this one first. I picked it up because the slip looks absolutely awesome. I thought it was going to be really cool. It's not. It's not great. Which I believe the inside art's the same. Yeah, nothing special going on there. This is a Wellgo USA release. I like games or movies about games and stuff like that, so that's why I grabbed it, because it sounded pretty interesting. But Scott Adkins is fun in it. There's some good action scenes and everything, but overall, this is a hard pass for me. Like I said, stream it first. I kind of regret the purchase, to be honest, but is what it is. All right, run through these last ones. I'm not going to say anything about this. Wrong Turn, 2021, reboot, reimagining, remake, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Everyone is split on this movie. People really like the direction they went, or they just absolutely hate it. There's no middle ground on this. You guys know I did a short review when I gave away the code. I'll leave a card up top if you guys want more thoughts on this, but I liked it. I liked the direction they went. I think after 6 movies of hillbilly cannibals, it was a nice, fresh start, a nice change of pace for the franchise. The only other thing they could have done is completely redo the first one and change the story a little bit. I know I didn't talk about this in the review, but and that's why I like doing these recaps, because I think of some other things to say. But I think they could have, a fresh cast, different kills, and a little bit of a different storyline, and like reinvented the whole first one. That's the only other route they could have really gone with this franchise at this point, because what else do you fucking do? I do agree. I know Cody Leach doesn't agree with this. He believes it is a Wrong Turn movie, and I respect his opinion. He's got 50,000 more subs than I do or some shit. But I think and I know why they took the Wrong Turn name, because if they wouldn't have, nobody would have watched it. If they would have just released this called The Foundation, it would have made a lot more sense. Because it's not a Wrong Turn movie. But in his defense, I respect it 100%. It is kind of a Wrong Turn movie because they're out in the woods. They go off the trail. They make a wrong turn. So you could look at it either way. I liked it. I liked the direction they went. People say that, Bill Sage's character as the leader of this group, all clean and fresh haircut and all this stuff. If you watch the features, that's what they were going for. Okay? I know people don't buy that. If you live out in the wilderness and all this, you're not going to be fresh shaved and everything. Now, if you paid attention to the movie, there are people that go to town to sell some handmade goods and things like that. So they do go off of their little community to get certain things or sell things. So he wanted the leader of this group to be someone that could fit in normal society, as we see at the end of the film, as well as be a leader of this group. So there you go. But to each their own. Like I said, if you hated the movie, I'm sorry that you hated it. Move on. There's a million other movies to watch. If you enjoyed it, great. Still move on. There's a million other movies to watch. I liked it. I hope they continue going this route. I would like to see more more of a journey into this Foundation group, because I'm sure there's other settlements and things like that. I mean, you can make another 6 films based off the Foundation. All right. Lastly, Planet of the Apes 1 through 4 we watched, me and my son. So we watched Planet of the Apes, we watched Beneath, we watched Escape, and we watched Conquest. Loved the first one, obviously. Classic Charlton Heston. Great film. Beneath was kind of... I got to bring these up, to be honest, because I'm kind of forgetting which ones are which. One of them we didn't care for. I'm trying to do this. Alright. Yeah, one of them we didn't really care for. It was really weird. And I can't remember which one it was. So, let's IMDb. Alright, so the first one came out in 1968. Great film. Classic film. Everybody knows it. The Statue of Liberty scene. Damn you all to hell. And all that. It's classic lines. So I'm not going to talk about that too much. I will say, Roddy McDowell playing Cornelius. And he did such a good job. And then he ends up playing the kid later on. And Linda Harrison playing Nova. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, so the first one is great. I'm not going to talk about it too much. So the second one's Beneath, right? Is that right? Alright, so we watched that. Let's go to Escape, Conquest, 72, Beneath, 71, 73. Yeah, so it's got to be Beneath, 1970. Alright. And this is the one where a sole survivor of a rescue mission discovers a planet is ruled by apes and underground city run by telepath. Okay, so this is the one that we didn't care for too much. It turns out that this group of humans is kind of like this alien race, and it's just really fucking weird. And I didn't really care for this one too much, to be honest. Now, Escape... I'm trying to wrap this up for you guys. I'm just trying to give you my overall thoughts on these. Escape from 1971. This is one where I believe this is the one where they come to the city. Yeah, this is the one that's like a kind of a comedy of the bunch, and Cornelius and Zira are like treated with fame and stuff. The beginning starts off with they find the shuttle, and it's them coming out of it as dressed as astronauts and things, and they are treated like royalty pretty much. They're set up in this hotel and all this stuff. They're wearing human clothes. They're doing all this. It's more of like your comedy one, and we had fun with that. Now, the next one. Again, I'm just trying to wrap this up, guys, because Battle for the Planet of the Apes. This got pretty intense. The battle scene at the end, pretty intense. I believe that's this one. 10 years after a worldwide series of apes revolutions and a brutal nuclear war among humans, Caesar must protect... Yeah, he ends up playing Caesar, Roddy McDowell. I do believe. Yeah, so he goes from playing his dad to playing the son. This was a lot of political stuff going on, and how this is rated PG. is beyond me, because there's some pretty graphic stuff. I believe they even said they had to shoot an alternate ending as well because people didn't like the way it ended. Yeah, I enjoyed the hell out of this one. This is probably the best one of the series, next to the first one, is Battle. But these all come with like a timeline series where they talk about each movie. It's like a continuation thing. I think it was like a separate documentary. 9 films on Blu-ray, blah blah, deleted scenes, Andy Serkis. Yeah, there's a ton of features on here though where they dive pretty deep into it, and this is a pretty cool set as well that comes with postcards. Pretty much. I know I didn't actually show this yet. You guys saw me get it in not too long ago, but I did not unbox it, and I did give away the code over on Instagram. But you do have cards for each movie, things like that. And I did end up giving my kid my Blu-rays of the newer 3 films, since I have them on 4K in this set. So he was pretty excited for that because, we love these movies. Except for the second one, I don't know. The second one was just weird. But a really cool set. If you guys are fans of Planet of the Apes, definitely pick this thing up. I think it runs about $40 or $50. But yeah, and then like I said, the newer 3 are on 4K, so that's really cool. So we got no, we did not watch. What is? Man, I know we watched 1 through 4. I can't remember the names though. So Battle came out in 1973. So the next one would be. Wow, okay, so Planet of the Apes, Beneath, Escape, Conquest. Okay, so we did not watch Battle. It was Conquest is the one I was just talking about. My apologies, guys. So Beneath is the one that we didn't care for too much. Escape is more of the comedy one, and Conquest has the really cool ending scene there. And then we still have to watch Battle. And then the Marky Mark 2001 version, which I don't remember being very good, but we'll revisit it. All right, this went way too long, guys. We're over an hour long. If you stayed this whole entire time, oh man, I don't know what to say. Just leave a comment down below. It says California. If you made it the whole video, because you're a trooper. As always, guys, peace, love, happiness. I'm gonna wrap this shit up and get out of here, and I'll catch y'all next video. Take care. Bye.